Right, here we are then at the Wings Aviation Museum, and having just walked in, I'm going to just walk round and do a kind of quick kind of summary just to show what's here, and then I'm going to walk around without filming because there is so much here, absolutely so much, including a coffee and tea machine. So there's no cafe. Unfortunately I had the camper family, so I just nipped back out and had some lunch. But there is so much stuff here. There really is. It's got a mine there. Got a bit of an aircraft that looks like the tail end of a Avro Lancaster. That would be where the rear gunner would be. Who was the comedian? One of them said, the joke used to be that he lived in Liverpool, I think it was. And they said to him, what do you do for work? And I think he said he was a rear gunner on a milk float, which was funny at the time, right? It's not so funny now, but I just remember that joke from years of old. And my goodness, look at this. There is so many artifacts here. This needs just a slow walk round and just look at everything that's here. Apparently this is all run by volunteers. Look at this, look. That's just brilliant. There's so much here. You could spend a whole day here, if you're interested in this stuff, obviously. So a throttle quadrant there. What's this? So this is a A20G. I've never seen one of those before. So that's a Russian aircraft. That's really quite alright. It's a bit, you know, a bit beaten up, but that's fairly unique, that is. Right, let's continue round. I think there's something called the Radio Shack outside as well. I'm guessing that's full of old aviation related radio equipment. Rolls-Royce Merlin engines. I don't think they'll ever go inside an aircraft again. It does just give you a kind of insight into, you know, the power of these things when they hit the ground. Quite something. So hopefully you're seeing something that you like the look of and maybe you would come back for. Or come and have a look at least. Lots of uniforms. Again, it's really nicely set out. I went to the Signals Museum recently and that was the same. Really nicely done. Lots of information. I'll put a link up top now for that one. And so this is meticulous. Someone has spent so much time putting all these bits and pieces together. So as I say, I'm going to just continue and do this walk round so that you can see what's here. Then I'm going to have another look round and I'll perhaps do a little bit more filming after that. If you're into this sort of thing, you know, aviation and World War II, I guess, specifically, this is great. It does show you, though, the destruction that was involved in it, you know. Just so devastating, the power of these things. I feel the heat coming off of that. that Armstrong Whitworth tail turret with the chains, or the string of bullets there lined up. Oh, this is a real find. What's in here? Wow. The V2 engine. The V2 bomb, that is, that terrorised London. What's up here? Wow. Brilliant. Okay, let's have a look down here. Those seats that just for a purpose sit on your parachute, I guess. It's navigator, pilot, co-pilot. Red light, green light, go. Just bang my head, be careful of that one. Let's have a look around here. Look at these, all these damaged engines and parts. Look at the bit, look at the shaft here that goes down the middle of the engine. All has to be, I guess, kind of machined to go in there. Just look at this engineering. Can you ever imagine being involved in something like that? The work that must be involved in keeping some of these things flying now. At the airfield near to my house, there's a couple of Spitfires, and one of the pilots was telling me that it's very well, they just don't power the engines up to full power, because it just destroys the life of the engines, and they're so expensive to buy and do the servicing on. Look at these engines. And the crew of this North American B-25. So sad when you see the amount of people that lost their lives. Little toots. Look at the size of that undercarriage leg. Huh. What do we have here? Nikojima B5N2. And that was flown in the Kuril Islands, 1944, 1945. This is a gem of a museum. Absolute gem. So I think this is a king cobra. Well, what's left of it anyway. Oh yeah, so it's a Bell king cobra, lend-lease to Russia. I don't think we would probably, well, the Americans would necessarily lend aircraft to Russia at the moment. How things change, eh? How things change. And that would have been life in the evenings in one of these huts in your garden during the Blitz and after. What's this? Oh, I saw one of these in the Shuttleworth collection, Mars Magister. I'll pop the picture up now if I can identify it to show you what a complete Magister looks like. What do we have here then? Is that a bow fighter? Yeah, it's the front of a bow fighter. Oh, look at that. What a nice job someone's done of this, look. Lovely job. Well done, whoever done that. And a team of people. This is a Hurricane. Again, lend-lease to Russia. Seems to be quite a lot of Russian liveried aircraft in here. See quite a few of these around in the museums. These are early flight simulators, and you used to fly that. It looks just like a aircraft inside, and then in the same room probably was a kind of plotting device that showed where you were over a moving map. It's called the Link Trainer, I think. Some pieces of a Stuka here. JU-87B. Look at that, look. That propeller must have basically just hit the ground, or gone into the ground, and it's bowed up like bullhorns. Amazing. Oh no, that's from a ME-110 shot down at High Salvington in September 1940. Wow. Messerschmitt engine, a BF-109. Shortly we'll hear from Jeff, who very kindly explained to me about the Mitchell Bomber project they've got going on. In addition to that, Jeff took me around the workshops out the back. I saw a Willys Jeep under restoration, a Duck amphibious vehicle, and also a closer look at the Mitchell Bomber being restored. I was devastated when I got home. The footage had become corrupted. Jeff, I'm so sorry.
The main restoration is one of these. This is our Mitchell Bomber.
Yep.
And you can see that that's only half of it. We have got the other half as well, which is what they're working on, the wings and the undercarriage, all there. But it's a long process.
Yeah.
All the people who are working here are volunteers.
Okay.
And we've got about 12, 13 engineers. They're all ex-RAF or they're working in the airlines. And this is their hobby.
All right. Okay.
So
fantastic.
It's a big hobby. And as my son says, because he knows I've done a lot of modelling in the past.
Yeah.
And he says, I can see why you're not doing any modelling anymore, Dad. You found something that's scratching your itch.
Yeah.
So we've only just got this. We've had this for about a year. The wings are nearly finished. So this will be broken in two and it'll be taken into our workshop. So you're going to go and have a look in there now.
Okay. Jeff, I don't know what to say about losing the footage, but another thing that Jeff showed me was the Spitfire targeting system and said if I were to get my camera right, I'd be able to get an actual picture of the targeting system working. And I spent some time on it. I put a filter on my camera, which I never used, to look through the glass, and this is the shot that I got. Again, thanks again to Jeff for pointing this out. I think this is an absolute cracking shot. And if you'd like to invite me back another time to go around the workshop, that would be a pleasure. Almost time to finish up then, but before we go, here's a small montage of some of the other shots that I took as I walked around the museum. I cannot recommend this museum enough. If you are UK based or travelling to the UK and enjoy the World War II memorabilia, this is an absolute must stop to go and see.